Hi there, I'm Monica, and welcome to Beyond Education, the podcast that explores the fascinating connection between knowing yourself and learning effectively. It's funny how often we hear that phrase, you just need more discipline. It's usually said with the best intentions, whether it's about finally learning Excel formulas, picking up a second language, or going back to school. But have you ever noticed how soul crushing that phrase can feel? Because let's be honest, if sheer willpower were enough, we'd be all fluent in 3 languages and juggling data sets like Olympic athletes. But here's the thing. Motivation, real lasting motivation, has very little to do with how hard you grit your teeth. And everything you do with something much deeper, much more powerful, and actually a lot more enjoyable. So let's rewind for a second. Think about something you've learned effortlessly, really effortlessly. Maybe it was memorizing every lyric to your favorite album in high school, or perhaps was diving into a new hobby and getting so lost in it you forgot to check your phone. No calendar reminders, no discipline tracker, no grind mindset, just pure absorption. That wasn't an accident. That was your brain on intrinsic motivation, driven by curiosity, interest, connection, or joy. It's the kind of motivation that sticks, the kind that doesn't need micromanaging. That doesn't mean discipline has no place in learning, but discipline without direction, without heart, that's just self-inflicted pressure. And pressure, as we know, is great for tires, not so much for the human brain. In fact, neuroscience backs this up. When we're genuinely curious about something, our brains release dopamine, a feel-good chemical that boosts focus, attention, and memory. So no, you're not lazy or broken for struggling to stay motivated through a dry online course. Your brain just isn't wired for force-fed facts. It's wired for connection, for relevance, for meaning. Here's where it gets interesting, especially for us as adult learners. We're not just trying to pass a test anymore. We're navigating complex lives, careers, families, side projects, identity shifts. And what motivates us now is often layered. It's personal. It's not just about getting a certificate. It's about growth, freedom, confidence, impact. That's why the old school model of motivation equals willpower doesn't hold up anymore. Because adult learning isn't about pushing harder. It's about aligning better. So how do we actually do that? Well, the most sustainable learning doesn't start with the question, how do I force myself to do this? It starts with, how can I make this feel meaningful? What's the deeper reason behind this skill I want to learn? What part of this topic lights a spark in me? Even asking, how could this help me live more aligned with the life I want, might help. It's not about removing all structure or effort. It's about creating a kind of motivation ecosystem that includes relevance, making sure what you're learning connects to your life, autonomy, giving yourself agency over how, when, and what you learn, progress, celebrating the tiny steps, not just the big milestones. Yes, joy, because when learning feels good, it sticks. And look, motivation doesn't always show up with a trumpet fanfare. It ebbs, it flows. Some days we're on fire, other days, meh. And that's normal. What matters is building systems that don't collapse the moment motivation dips, creating habits that can carry us when the spark isn't there. Let's reconnect. And having tools that help us reconnect to our why when we need it the most. So if you've ever thought, I just don't have enough discipline, I want you to hear this. Discipline is a tool, but curiosity, meaning, or joy, those are fuel. When you find even a small thread of genuine interest, follow it. That thread leads to real, lasting learning, the kind that expands who you are, not just what you know. Thanks for tuning in to Beyond Education. If today's episode sparked something for you, I'd love to hear what it was. And if you're ready to design your learning journey around what truly moves you, not just what you should do, stay with me. We're just getting started. Until next time, keep learning in ways that light you up.